Welcome back to Fabricating Awesome Stuff. Once you've completed the fabrication of a wiring harness, it's important to make sure that it was wired correctly. The best way to confirm this is with an ohm meter. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to use an ohm meter to pin out a wiring harness to make sure all the wires are going where they were supposed to go. This is a skill that you'll find very useful when installing your avionics. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if there are any other details of the build that you would like to see. I hope that you enjoy this episode, and thanks for watching. The next thing we would need to do is pin out each pin to make sure that the end of the wire here is the same as the wire at the other side of the firewall. So the way I do that is I take a male pin, because these are female sockets here, and I use that to attach an ohm meter. So for example, we're going to test a wire. We're going to make sure that the wire that's going to the tachometer on this plug is the same as the wire that is going to be attached to the tachometer on the other side. So I'm going to look here, and it looks like pin 32 is the one we want to use. So this is 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. And then the next thing we need is a long wire with a clip on each end, so we can go from here to the other side of the firewall and test. So I'm going to attach this end of the clip to this pin that I just inserted, and that should give me continuity from there to the plug in the front next to the firewall. Okay, now we're on the firewall side, and I'm going to use this ohm meter to test. So you can see when I touch these two wires together, you hear that beep. It tells us we've got continuity. So one end of this long wire that I brought out, this long wire has a alligator clip that's attached to the pin in the D-sub connector that goes to the tachometer. And so I'm going to attach the other end of that same wire to one side of the ohm meter, so that when they touch, we should have continuity. Okay, so we find the wire that goes to the tachometer. This one is marked RPM, so that's the RPM input for the tachometer. When I touch the end of this wire, we should have continuity, and we do. So that tells us that this wire that's coming out, we're attaching to the tachometer, will absolutely be terminated at that end of the other end of the D-sub connector when it goes into the engine management system. So what we do from here is we just do the same thing on each one of the wires in the D-sub connector, confirm that the wire that on this side has continuity, and once you've completed that, you're absolutely sure that it is wired correctly.